Do you want to 10x your business? Do you want to make yourself literally magnetic to money? Do this one thing for the rest of your career every single day. Michael McLean, brassballsvideos.com. I'm an ex-professional and amateur hockey coach turned 8-figure entrepreneur. You can join my free email newsletter list at brassballsvideos.com. I got a whole bunch of free content there that hasn't even seen the light of day. Can help you make more money, help you with your marketing, help you with your fitness and health, and help you build a world that you never ever have to escape from. brassballsvideos.com. Put in your email. There's nothing to buy. It's free. I don't spam. You can unsubscribe whenever you want if you choose. brassballsvideos.com. So I'm going to share a story and a bit of a rant again today. I promised myself that I wouldn't rant today, but I literally can't help myself living in 2024. As a husband, as a father, as a small business owner like you, I cannot help but look around at all the constant whining, complaining, and excuse making by almost everybody around me. All the brokies, all the normies, all the poodles, all the cupcakes, just constant and never-ending whining, complaining, and excuse making. So I'm going to share a story of the exact opposite of whining, complaining, and excuse making from my life this past Sunday. Sunday's a family day at the McLean Ranch. We don't have much on. It's about, family time together. We like to go to the pool. We sometimes go to the beach. But whatever we decide to do as a husband, wife, with our 11-year-old daughter, is we do it together as a family. I don't care what we do. I just want to spend time with the two most important people in my world. My wife Krista, and my 11-year-old daughter Emery. I don't care what we do. I don't care if we go to the beach, or we go to the pickleball court, or we go to the dog park like we did. I just want to spend time. How do you spell love? Time. That's what our queen wants, quality present time. What do your kids and teenagers and adult children want? Time. Love is spelled Time. And the secret to being a connected husband and a connected father and a connected grandfather, two words. Be there. Give them the one thing they crave the most. Time. Time. Not time on your phone, not time where you're somewhere else mentally, but connect it, both feet in today, Time. Be there. 2 words. Be there. So on Sunday, we don't do much entrepreneurship or business. We basically catch our breath and spend time together doing whatever we want. But this Sunday, my 11-year-old daughter literally 10x'd her income from her dog walking company. And I wanted to share this story with you to show you without a shadow of a doubt, this is the greatest time in history to be alive. If you have any ambition, if you have any grit, if you have any work ethic, and you want to help other people, you just cannot have a better platform than 2024. Are you kidding me? We are awash in wealth, abundance, and opportunity like never before. If my child was born 30 years ago, she wouldn't have the internet, she wouldn't have AI, she wouldn't have these opportunities, she wouldn't have email. Like literally, there has never been a better time in history to be a husband, a father, an entrepreneur. And this story proves that. So this is the reason that it makes me sick to my stomach to listen to any whining, any crying, and any excuse making. I don't care if it's from a Zoomer, a millennium, a boomer, myself, somebody in my circle. It's absolutely disrespectful when we have so much wealth, so much opportunity, and so much abundance around us. So we wake up on Sunday and we sit by the pool and we walk and we study and we read. We do all the things that we do almost every other day. But my daughter comes up to me and she says, "Daddy, I want to walk dogs today." So on Sunday, she's a dog walking company. She's got 3 clients who pay her cash, and she walks these dogs in our gated community. Now, my daughter's busy. She's being homeschooled. She has chess. She is horse riding. She's in the local theater production here. So she's got some things to do. But Sunday's her dog walking day. So my wife, Krista, sends a text over to this lady who, she's walked her dog now for 2 years. Great people. And we say, Emery's going to be back from theater practice. Can she walk your 2 dogs? And she's like, absolutely. So Emery puts on her rollerblades, does it all herself now. FIO, figure it out. Last year I had to walk her over to her clients and walk the dogs. Now that she's 11, she can figure it out. She puts on her own blades, she puts on her helmet, and she goes and walks the dog. She figures it out. If she can do it, Krista and I make her do it. We're raising a president, not a princess. A self-reliant person, not a victim. So she heads over, and all of a sudden, about half an hour later, she comes back and she runs in the door, and she's got $30 cash in her hands. Now, $30 cash is what she charges for 5 short dog walks. That's her package. That's what most people take. 5 walks, 20 minutes, 30 minutes for $30 cash. So she walks in and she's all excited. She goes, "Look at this, Daddy, more money." And I'm like, "How did you get that?" And she says, "Well, that was my last walk of the 5. So I got, they renewed." So since we've been here, this one family, this is their second time. So now that's $60 she's got from this client, and it's going to be 10 walks. She walks every week, and the numbers, that's the way it goes. So she's standing there on a Sunday afternoon, and she's got $30 more. Then she turns around and she shows me another $30. And I'm like, wow, that's a surprise. Now you got $60 in your hand. I said, "Where'd you get the extra 30? She said, "On the upsell." I'm like, "On the upsell? What upsell?" And she says, well, she said, they have 2 dogs and they took a second package. So they renewed with the 1 dog. They have a new puppy who needs walking. So what did they do? They renewed. So another $30. So now she's walking both their dogs. So here on a Sunday afternoon, she's got $60 cash. And of course, she hoards it away. She puts it in her room, and she just keeps stockpiling American cash. By the way, we're from Canada, so $30 American is 50 Canadian. $60 American is 90 Canadian. So this is a really big deal. Then, I went out and I shot a video, and I did some stuff around the house, and then I come home just before dinner time. Krista's making dinner, and Emery walks up to me and she goes, "I got $10 more cash." And I'm like, "You got $30, and now you got another 10? You got $70 cash?" And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, where did you get the 10? She goes, I just walked. There's this little cute little dog. And she goes, I just walked, named Nike. I just walked Nike. And I'm like, you just walked Nike? How did that happen? She said, I got Mummy to text the owner and see if they were interested in having Nike walked on a Sunday. Who wouldn't take up on that? You're saving the person time. The person on a Sunday night sure as hell doesn't want to have a person, you know, like if you don't have to walk your own dog from time to time, you're saving time, right? So that's what happened. So the kid's got $70 in her pocket on a Sunday afternoon after waking up with zero. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow, this is how it's done at every level of business. And my mentor, the great Dan Kennedy, always talks about sending ships out. He's pounded that into my head for the last 30 years. Michael, the secret in any business is massive consistency. Send ships out daily. And what does Kennedy say? He says, your ship can't come in unless you send ships out. And that really makes a lot of sense. And most small business owners and entrepreneurs like us, we don't consistently send ships out. Why did my daughter make $70 yesterday? She made $70 not because of what she did yesterday. It's that she's been sending ships out for the last 2.5 years here in Naples, her dog walking company. So what are the ships that she sends out? Well, she's given a flyer this year and last year to every single dog owner, every house, belly to belly, toe to toe. We've printed them off. She's hand designed them, and we've literally walked in and put them under the door of every single person. Like that's sending ships out, right? 400 flyers. And now she has a 19-person email list. These are people who raised their hand and either bought dog walking or were interested and maybe didn't buy yet. So she sends out an email once a week saying to the list, are you interested in me walking your dog this weekend? And 1 or 2 people will email her back and say, yes, Emery, we'd love you to drop by on Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening. And she makes $10, whatever. So she's done the physical print flyers and she's got the email list. And then in yesterday's case, she gets Krista to send a text on a late Sunday afternoon. And she ends up getting a $10 walk with that dog Nike out of that. Sending ships out. And this is something, and Kennedy talked about it, your ship can't come in business unless you send ships out. So in Kennedy's situation, he told me, he said, Michael, he said, every day but Christmas and Easter for the last 40 to 50 years. I'm like, wow, 40 to 50 years. He goes, I've done at least one thing. 363 days a year, whatever the hell, 50, whatever it is, every day but 2. He said, I do one thing that will either bring me present bank money today, or I do something that will bring me future bank. Number 2 is, those are 2 write her down. Everything we do with marketing and promotion and advertising is present bank, money now, within a day or an hour. We do something that brings in money now, makes the phone ring now, makes them visit the website now, brings money to you now. And the second thing, which nobody talks about ever, is future bank. That's things that you do, newsletters, emails, flyers, postcards, videos, trainings, whatever it is, blog posts that bring you in future bank, money that comes to you 30 days from now, 5 years from now, even 10 years from now. And like Dan said, if you're not going to send out ships, your ship ain't going to come in. So I've taken this to heart in every business I've been in. So I took it to heart in the window cleaning business. I took it to heart in the insurance business. I took it to heart in the hockey business. I took it to heart in the barbershop business. I took it to heart in the fundraising business. And I take it to heart, as you know, in the coaching business. How many videos do you get from me a year? Okay? Every single day of my life in this business now for the last almost 2 years, I shoot a video on this broken iPhone. I write an email and I send you this. If you're on my email list, okay, you can brassballsvideos.com. You'd have to be a dumb poodle not to be on my email list with all the extra stuff I include. You can go to brassballsvideos.com and sign up. I send you an email every day with things that can help you, period. And most days, the video's attached. So I shoot 365 videos a year. I send 365 emails a year to you. That's not to mention 12 physical print newsletters every year. That's one per month. I do 52 of those paper telegrams to my Diamond members. The point being is, I send out ships every day. Not once a week, not twice a week. Every day you get an email. Every day you get a video. Every day I'm omnipresent in your life until you say, I can't stand this fucking guy anymore. And then you can unsubscribe or you can do whatever. But as long as I'm showing up every day, there's a chance I'm top of mind. When you need to buy a book, I'm there. When you want to subscribe to my paper print newsletter, I'm there. When you want to subscribe to my Telegram program, I'm there. When I need members in my $30,000 mastermind, I fill it up like that. When you want somebody to teach you how to do what I do, you join my Email Millions program. I'm omnipresent, not because of something special that I have or any special gift. I'm not hitting any home runs. I'm not doing anything like that. It's just every day, single after single after single. And what are my singles? I write an email every day. I shoot a video every day. And a lot of people would say, oh, Michael, that's hard to do. It's hard, and it's supposed to be hard, and it's difficult, and it's supposed to be difficult. That's what separates the winners from the pretenders. That's what you want in your business. You want to be omnipresent because other small business owners, other entrepreneurs are not going to do it. You're absolutely recession and economy and competition proof. Nobody else is going to send an email every day. Nobody's going to shoot a video every day. Nobody's going to write a physical newsletter anymore because they're dumb bunnies. They're meatheads who are like, well, email is dead. Nobody's going to watch my videos. Nobody writes newsletters anymore. Nobody sends mail. And this is the ultimate tell, right? That they don't know. This is the ultimate tell that they're brokies. They're normies because they're just using their own limiting beliefs and they're passing them on, trying to pass them on to you. Email doesn't work. What are you doing? That's old school. Nobody reads email anymore. Well, instead of listening to people that are broke, people that are unhappy, people that are fat, unsuccessful, take your advice from people that you would trade places with. That's the best piece of advice I can give a person. Take your health advice only from somebody who you would literally say, I would trade my physical body for that physical body in terms of weight and health. When you take your marketing advice, the only advice you should take is from somebody that you would trade your marketing for their marketing. Somebody like me who shows up every day and is omnipresent. But you know what? You don't take marriage advice from Elon Musk. You don't take parenting advice from Steve Jobs. But every single person we meet, we read about, we know, like my dad says, we can learn something from everybody. But only pick the pieces that they're a master at. That's the secret. If you won't change places with them in that part of their life, like I listen to marketing advice from Steve Jobs. I learn self-promotion. I learn free media from Donald Trump. I learn, systems and procedures from Elon Musk. I learn winning from Tim Grover and Michael Jordan. I don't take my marriage advice from somebody who's had 3 marriages, but that doesn't mean I won't take advertisement advice. I take copywriting advice from the late, great Gary Halbert. I wasn't going to take my fitness advice from Halbert. I wasn't going to take my raising children advice from him. But we can learn things from the greats by picking little pieces. And what I've learned from Dan Kennedy more than anything is send ships out daily. If you want your ship to come in, you've got to send out ships daily. And it's all about doing one thing every single day. Every day. Christmas Day, Thanksgiving Day, vacations, honey, I don't miss. My secret, everybody asks me, Michael, how do you do it? How do you build these companies into $1 million companies and sell them? How do you build championship hockey teams? How do you take these companies in business from the outhouse to the penthouse? How do you do it? And the truth be told, which is very disappointing for most people, is my secret, which isn't a secret, I just don't miss. I just don't miss. So yesterday, I feel like shit. I've had this stomach flu now for going on 2 weeks. I mean, I'm never sick, but I have this thing going on with my stomach, and it's a built-in excuse to not show up. Nobody would blame me for not sending an email yesterday or today. Oh, he's not feeling well. That would be an excuse. That would be a complaint. I could be a whiner. I could not show up and nobody would blame me. But I never miss. I never miss. During the pandemic, I never missed a day. Changing countries, I never missed a day. Christmas Day, Easter Sunday, happy, sad, feeling good, busy, not busy. I'm like my daughter Emery, I don't miss. I don't have the talent and ability to miss. I'm a grinder, I'm a ham and egger. I'm a 4th liner. I need to show up every day, send ships out and be omnipresent. And if I don't, a guy like you is going to forget about me. You're going to forget about me. So I need to show up every day as that 4th liner and be omnipresent in your life. So that when you need help in a certain area, you say, oh, I was just watching Michael's video earlier today, or I was reading his email, or I just got his newsletter in the mail. And that's all about ships. That's about sending out ships. And there's no quick fix. You can't post something on Twits and Twitters or post something on Facebook or try and do videos in Instagram. You're not omnipresent. 95% of the people don't ever see whatever that stuff is on social. But when I send an email, when I send a video, when I send a fax, yes, a fax to my list, do you know that I netted $170,000 last year from my tiny fax list? Marc Andre and I have a fax list of some of our very top people. Yes, a fax list. And that little list last year, it's a couple hundred people, fax numbers. Well, guess who has faxes? Successful realtors, successful insurance agents, successful dentists, successful chiropractors, successful doctors. And when I send a fax, do you think that there's impact? Do you think that that matters more than a twit or a tweet or like it's night and day? And that tiny little fax list, which is free for you to be on it, it brought in over $170,000 net to our business last year. I think I'm the last guy on earth that has a fax list. But are you kidding me? The year before it made 60 grand, and last year it made 170 clear. So, you know what? I'm just going to keep sending out ships every day. I'm not going to worry about being new age or popular or trendy. I'm just going to keep sending out emails, videos, faxes, telegrams, newsletters, physical books, and I'll compare my scoreboard with anybody else's. Send ships out daily. Do you know a guy came up to me one time? I used to send print flyers in the insurance business. If you live within 300 miles of my agency around my desk, in my heyday, you would get a flyer every month in your mailbox. Every month. I never missed. I was on radio, I was on TV, I was in your mailbox. But no matter what, you got 12 flyers from me a year. And I had a guy come up to me one time and he said, Michael, he said, you know, I've been getting that ugly goldenrod flyer of yours for the last 9.5 years. 9.5 years. He goes, I got to tell you. He goes, you make me sick. You make me sick. He says, I get that flyer every month. I toss it in the trash. I'm like, this guy, who does this guy think he is? You know, I'm not going to call this guy. And he says, I got to tell you, and I told your receptionist the same thing. I just wrote my home, my car, my RV, my jet ski, my seasonal cottage residence, umbrella, all of it. He says it's about a $12,000, $14,000 policy. He said, 9 years of getting your flyer. And I got your flyer the other day. I've been with the same agent for 30 years. And he said, he upset me. He didn't nurture me. He didn't take care of me. And he says, I just want you to let you know that you've been there every month for the last 9.5 years, showing up, sending out ships. And he said, I just wanted to let you know that you have my account now and we'll be staying here. That shows you the power of delayed consequences as well. My 11-year-old daughter was, about a month ago, I shared this, like she was like, Daddy, I'm only getting about 1% of people responding to my flyers, 1%, you know, to my email. I said, are you kidding me? That's a 2% or 3% or 4% or even 5%. That's world class. So I'm teaching her that when it comes to sending out ships, that 1% to 5% is a grand slam. And there's such a thing as delay. Everybody today, they have no patience, right? They want instant gratification. I'm teaching my kid the exact opposite, where if you keep sending out ships for months, for years, for decades, 9.5 years, and you're omnipresent, some of those ships will come in, they'll come in a decade from now, 2 years from now. Which brings me to the last part of my daughter's story. So she's pretty happy with herself yesterday. Money's her friend, right? Winning took her call yesterday. She got $70 and she's pretty happy. And then I'm out front about to take Clifford, our dog, for a walk. And the neighbor across the street, another great couple from Boston, comes across the street and he shakes my hand and he loves my license plate, Kingmaker, on the Escalade. And he says to me, he goes, does your daughter do dog sitting? I hear she does. And she has dropped off a flyer at their home across the street for 2-3 years now. And I remember the second time she said, oh, Daddy, they already have the flyer. I said, no. Keep chipping away, keep chipping away, keep chipping away. And they have a dog. So nothing for 2.5 years. Nothing from 2.5 years. Well, guess what? She kept sending out ships. And he comes over to me, he shakes my hand. He goes, does Emery dog sit? And I'm like, yes, she does. He says, we're leaving for 2 days. And we want to know whether she'll come in the house, she'll feed the dog twice a day and take him out 3 or 4 times a day to use the bathroom. I'm like, not only will she do that, but I'll help her with her to make sure that it's absolutely seamless. So I go in the house and I said, I said to her, you're going to have to handle this deal yourself. I'm not doing any deals for you, but I said the neighbors across are going to come and see you tomorrow, and then you'll have to hammer out the deal, FIO, figure it out, and if you're interested, they're going to come and see you tomorrow. Well, guess what? They come and see her this morning before school. She's looking after the neighbor's dog later this week. They're paying her cash. All she has to do is go in 3 times a day, which is a piece of cake for a homeschool kid. And I'm not sure how much. They're probably going to give her $50. They might give her $75. They might give her $100. But it all happened because she sent out ships for the last 3 years. They knew that she would look after a dog, baby, dog sitting, whatever the hell you call it. And the reason they knew is they get her flyer. That's the power of sending out ships. There's Present Bank, and that's a perfect example of Future Bank. 3 years later, she gets a $50,000 or $100,000 client. That's how it's done. The good, the bad, and the ugly. None of it anti-social media. None of it wasting your time, trying to paid advertisement or figure out this algorithm or this platform or AI or artificial stupidity or any of it. It's just every day showing up. Hell, that's the way you get fit. That's the way you get healthy. That's the way you change any part of your life. You want to be a connected husband, all you got to do is show up every day. You want to be a connected father, all you have to do is show up every day. And it's the exact same thing when it comes to marketing. Every day. And I don't miss. I'm not here ranting about how you need to play your game. I already play this game. I don't give a shit whether you buy my stuff or not. I'm just going to be in your life every day until you say, I can't stand this guy anymore. But until then, I'm going to show up every day. Email, video, and on and on. Omnipresent. Your ship can't come in unless you send out ships every single day. How do you think we won a Barclay Cup hockey championship in 2019? I recruited those players, some of the players that ended up in our program. I started recruiting them, some of those people, 7 years before. That's how a person builds a national championship football program, baseball program, women's basketball program. Those great coaches, are you kidding me? They send out ships every day. Postcards, mailings, newsletters, phone calls, texts, email, and then it's Future Bank or Present Bank. And there's absolutely no secret to it. The secret is that you never miss. Well, Michael, that seems like a lot of work. Really? I can write an email in 10 minutes with half my brains tied behind my back. Why? Because I never miss. It used to take me 2 hours. Then it was down to an hour, then half an hour. And I've been writing emails for 19 years. So you get pretty good at it. Even though I stunk at the first, And because I stayed with it, I can write an email now in 5 to 10 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes, that's my marketing day. And these videos, I shoot videos for 40 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes. I won't shoot goldfish videos. I won't shoot minute videos or any of that TikTok horse shit. That's rat poison. I want to deal with men like you who have a brain, who have a functioning prefrontal cortex, who are readers, who like to study, and who don't have a 3-second attention span. So after I shoot a video, 40 minutes, and the email, Mark Andre takes care of it, less than an hour, boom, my marketing day is over. I don't have to do anything else. That's why I've been able to do that on my Australian honeymoon 15 years ago. That's why I don't miss when I'm on vacation. When I'm on vacation, I shoot a video and I send an email. When I was on my honeymoon down under, I shot a video and sent an email. When I was in the insurance business, I sent an email. Barbershop business, sent an email. Coaching business, sent an email. Hockey business, sent an email. That's it. That's it. Literally a 60-minute millionaire marketing day. And most people, they'll spend all their time trying to figure out Flakebook or figure out Instagrunt or make YouTube algorithm work for them. Fuck nuts to all that stuff. Email's the honey that brings in the money. And if you like videos, you can add those too, but you don't have to. So join my email newsletter, brassballsvideos.com. By the way, if you want me to teach you, if you want to work with me personally on how to do exactly what I just told you, how to put ships out every day, all you have to do is join my Email Millions program. I write the emails for you. Are you kidding me? Anybody can do that. All you got to do is send them. It's a simple monthly membership. It's $147. That's less than a cup of coffee a day for me to write 52 emails for you. The link is below, emailmillions.coach, emailmillions.coach, and I write a weekly email. I train you once a month live, and I teach you the email game, and I teach you how to send out ships. I teach you how to go from 5 figures to 6 figures to 7 figures to even 8 figures. And no, I'm not going to teach you how to do it by twitting and tweeting, or how to do it on TikTok-toe or Instagrunt or Linked Out or any of that other horse shit. I'm just going to teach you how to build an email list, send an email every day, and walk away into the sunset a multi-millionaire whenever you decide. The honey that brings in the money. Emailmillions.coach. That's it. I got that off my chest. I feel a little bit better. I promised myself I wouldn't rant and rave, but man, when I see young people or old people or small business owners making excuses, when I see entitlement and selfishness, and when I see all the victimhood around me, that's when I like to share a story about a little girl who gets out there, as my grandfather would say, and fucking hustles. That's how you run a business. You fucking well hustle. My grandfather said it best. He said, son, listen, my grandfather ran a general store, so he had street cred, just like my dad ran a general store. They have street cred. Those guys working 110, 120 hours a week to raise their families. Never a fucking complaint. Never any whining. Never any excuses. They just got up and did the work. They put out ships every day with physical labor. They had present and future bank with physical labor. But my grandfather, I'll never forget when he told me I was about 14 years old and I was looking at opening up trying to start another business, a little business on the side. And he goes, Michael, let me tell you something. He said, there's 10,000 ways to make $1 million. Back in the day, the $1 million, right? And I said, there's 10,000 ways to make $1 million. He said, yes, and they all involve one thing. And I said, what's that one thing that will make me a millionaire? He said, it all involves selling. He says there's 10,000 ways to become a millionaire, and he said they all involve selling. So I got busy becoming, not born, becoming a salesperson, and I worked for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. To this day, I study selling every day. I've taught myself how to sell with emails, with writing, with videos, in person, giving speeches, how to sell community services, how to make money for charities. I've trained myself how to send ships out every single day so that my ship consistently always comes in. That's it for today. Email millions.coach@brassballsvideos.com. 2 words that change my life, 2 words that will change yours. Be relentless.